People seem to think that because C++ is so difficult to learn, it must be the case that the pay is really good. But the answer is not so simple. Obviously, there are a lot of factors that influence pay, such as your location, skill, and domain. Generally speaking, passion-driven domains like video games are poorly paid, and they skew the salary statistics downward. The financial sector pays a lot higher, but can be highly competitive with crazy work hours. Overall, if you exclude video game development, it does seem like C++ jobs generally do pay a bit better on average in comparison to other languages. However, you have to call into question if that extra pay is worth it given the difficulty of the language. Web development can pay pretty well too, and there are more job opportunities in web dev. It's also easier to hop from one job to another. In contrast, if you have a computer vision role in C++, you can't just switch to a completely different domain like high-frequency trading, so you sort of get pigeonholed into a particular specialized field. Sometimes system programmers feel like they're better or smarter than web devs, but honestly, there's an argument to be made that it's actually better to be a web developer. You can get better work-life balance, and it can be more flexible with more potential for remote work. You can get really good at web dev in only a few months, and start building incredible dashboards and fully functioning web apps that you can actually show to people, while at the same time you have time to go out for drinks with your friends and have hobbies and socialize and find a partner and start a family if you want. Or you can spend like 2.5 years on C++, and all you have is a triangle in Vulkan. The truth is that while the C++ developer is optimizing their code, the web developer is optimizing their life. Web development is also typically situated higher up in the business hierarchy than C++, which means that web developers are more likely to collaborate with product managers, designers, marketing leads, and even executive stakeholders. This gives them greater insight into high-level business priorities, and also positions them more favorably for upward mobility into leadership or cross-functional roles. In contrast, C++ engineers are often confined to doing infrastructural work like maintaining legacy systems or optimizing low-level libraries that, while mission-critical, remain largely invisible to non-technical leadership. This has a tendency to constrain their career trajectory and influence. The other problem with C++ is that when you start using it, you can't stop. You're only productive with the language if you're using it every day. If you take any significant amount of time off, your skills are going to atrophy very quickly. It's also important to understand that while C++ can be fast at runtime, it has incredibly slow development time. It takes a very long time to ship a product or add a new feature to an existing product, and there are many projects for which the time you spend optimizing your code will be more than what you gain in runtime performance. Sometimes in life there are these fleeting little windows of opportunity that present themselves to you, and it's imperative that you capture those opportunities before they're lost forever. It takes a really long time to make software with C++, and what you may find is that by the time you're ready to ship your product, the opportunity has passed, technology has evolved, and the world has moved on to something else.